It is the love for oneself that moves the world,
Iris said softly, as she stirred the hearth's flames higher with the iron poker. Outside, the February night lay cold and still, and the manor's great room was quiet, save for the crackling fire. It was past midnight, and only Iris and Lord Darkwood remained awake, reading into the night, their shared silence broken by the occasional rustle of turning pages. Lord Darkwood looked up from his book, the flickering firelight casting light and shadows across his face.
"What?"
he asked, brow furrowed in confusion. Iris rose, brushing the ash from her hands as she turned towards him.
"The clocks have gone midnight,"
she said, smiling softly.
"It is tomorrow. It is Heartspring, the day of love."
Lord Darkwood grunted, his gaze dropping back to his book.
Yes,"
he said dismissively, though his shoulders tensed slightly. Heartspring unsettled him. The day held too many memories of solitude and loneliness. Iris tilted her head, watching him for a moment, before padding soundlessly across the carpet, her bare feet as soft as whispers. She gently took the book from his hands. Darkwood looked up at her, raising an eyebrow as he crossed his arms across his chest.
"Witchling,"
he drawled, amusement flickering in his eyes as she set his book on the side table.
"What are you doing?"
"Come, Lord Darkwood,"
she said, her voice quiet but firm, as she held out her hand. For a moment, he simply looked at her, his gaze searching hers. Then, with a faint smile of curiosity, he took her hand, her small fingers intertwining with his.
"And where are we going?"
he asked.
"Dragons are taught, fire and stone,"
she replied cryptically, leading him through the dark, silent halls of the manor. Their steps echoed softly, the chill of the floors nipping at their feet.
"They are taught discipline and sacrifice, duty and strength."
She opened the door to their bedchamber. The moon came streaming through the tall windows, lending the room a quiet, ethereal feeling.
"Witches are water,"
she continued, leading him to their bed, bathed in the blue light of the night.
"We are the wind, sweeping across the grassy fields and spilling into the forest and the mountains, filling the cracks and the crevices of the world. From a child, we are taught the truth. It is the love for oneself that moves the world."
She gently pushed Darkwood onto the moonlit bed.
"To change the world,"
she said, her voice softer now.
"to touch hearts, one must be vulnerable and open and naked. You cannot hide your light, for that is where the truth and the beauty lies."
She crawled on top of him and began to slowly unbutton his shirt.
"And you, my Lord Darkwood, a mighty dragon with fire at his command, do not know this."
Passing her hand over his bare chest, gently touching him, she leaned in to kiss him.
"Luckily for me,"
he murmured, his voice husky.
"I have you to teach me."
He gathered her in his arms, returning her kiss, as the moon greeted the early hours of Heartspring.